Ladies and gentlemen, we want you to stand and we want you to make some noise.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's go racing here at Knoxville.
Only the best go 3 abreast.
It is show time at Williams Grove Speedway.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, here at Eldora Speedway, it's showtime!
You got them for a rep. Often imitated, never duplicated. The greatest show on dirt, the world of outlaws.
It's time to sit back, relax, and enjoy because, ladies and gentlemen, it's showtime!
Set to do battle for 30 laps. The green flag is waving.
Hello again. It is MRN's Wing Nation presented by Hercules Tires. Ride on our strength and by Grunt Style. We are glad you joined us talking sprint car racing, our favorite time of the week. Erin, Evernham, and Steve Post here, and we are locked and loaded. We've got a great couple of guests here going to join us a little bit later on the Weld Racing Hotline. We've got Rico Abreu, fresh off from a Gold Cup win, and the veteran Terry Gray. Someone else has the hashtag still winning, but Terry Gray is still winning as well. So great stuff. Great show. We're glad you joined us here on Wing Nation. Erin Evernham alongside. And Erin, I guess kind of breaking news, kind of broke last night or first thing this morning. Port Royal, the Tuscarora 50, of course, was a total washout. They got the race Friday night, but Saturday was a washout. And they have announced that they're going to change sanction. And there's so much involved with this, and it's going to be their Saturday night of the World of Outlaw race coming up at the end of October.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. That was big news.
Huge news. Now, and the challenge is when looking at the schedule, I mean, if the All-Stars and Port Royal would have had the preference, you know when they would have ran the Tuscarora 50? Saturday night.
Yeah,
absolutely. Okay? So, and we've dealt with weather all year long. It's been a terrible year. There's rain dates and there's options, and, you know, you've got this rain date and that rain date, and we can't go here and we can't go there, and the All-Star season ends here and everything else. And, you know, one of the options is just cancel the thing, and I'm glad they didn't do that. Yeah. I'm glad they fought to get a date. They fought to have a way for the drivers to race for $51,000.
Yeah.
And now,
big payday.
Oh my God.
Oof.
I mean, are you kidding me? I mean, what a way to end the year. The posse right at Port, $51,000. Gosh, it's going to be crazy. It really is. So that's coming up. That was their tradition. It's still going to be a World of Outlaw weekend, the Friday night show, but the Saturday night show becomes the Tuscarora 50.
Oof. It's going to be good.
Batten down the hatches. Oh, my. Going to be wild, that is for sure. So, terrible weather, and we just felt bad. I love our Twitter machine. And I love our Tweet Your Seats, and we love to have you keep coming in. But I'm telling you what, the tweets from Port Royal Saturday and Sunday with all the rain, thank God we had some fair food pictures. Because had we not had the fair food pictures, we'd have just blown the Twitter machine up. But, you know, it is what it is. And it just really, really is a bad spot for everyone to be in. I appreciate them fighting and scrapping and clawing to keep a race alive.
Absolutely.
I mean, how many tracks would have said, oh, well, we'll get them next year.
Done. Can't do it.
Can't do it. And, they didn't do that, and the racers are going to have another chance to run for $51,000, and we as fans are going to get another chance to see it. It's going to be epic, and they've already announced that next year the Tuscarora 50 will be the weekend after Labor Day, part of the fair. This is This is not a move. This is a one-off deal because of the weather. It will be the weekend after Labor Day, as it traditionally has been. Yeah. So. We'll see what happens. Great stuff. Hey, the Classic Ink Spring Printing and Embroidery Hot Topics. Aaron, looking at the results from the World of Outlaws in California, I know a lot of times we talk about the Outlaws versus this group. I'm talking about California natives.
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh. Friday night, first 8 were California natives.
Yeah.
Sweet, Kading, Golubuck, Eliason, Hurst, Sanders, and Forsberg. Okay. Saturday, 8 of 10. The top 3 and then others in the top 10. I mean, my gosh. And the thing of it is, we talk about young talent, but Tim Kading, Bud Kading, Brad Sweet are not young talent.
Yeah.
I mean, Kyle Hurst is somewhere in the middle there.
Yeah.
But then you have
Rico's
the young talent.
Somewhere in the middle.
Yeah, like Shane Golubeck and Sanders and Forsberg's in the middle. Yeah. Buddy Kofoid had a top 10 finish. Man.
That's a rivalry that we've always talked about, but now it's more substantial. There's a stronger field of California drivers right now.
It really is. It's great out there. Now, it's on a bull ring. It's California-type racing. This coming week, they go to Calistoga. We'll see what it looks like out there.
A little more motor, maybe.
Yeah, we'll see what that looks like. Okay, so another one of our hot topics is Dynamite Mark Dobmeyer, okay? They have the $8,200 to win back row challenge at River City Speedway. Dobmeyer from 24th to 1st.
He's incredible at that track.
Yes, he is. Now, a little dust-up midway through with Thomas Kennedy, and I saw some pictures.
I didn't see it. I
didn't see a video. I never saw a video of it. I saw some pictures. I looked at one time, and Dobmeyer's car is in the air. I mean, it's just how the car survived it. And I did see the video of Victory Lane. And I will say this. In Victory Lane, from the fans' perspective, nobody was quiet when Mark Dobmeyer did Victory Lane. Okay? There were, I don't know what the percentages were. There were some cheering and there were some jeering. But I don't believe there was one person at River City Speedway that was quiet.
What is the old saying? If they're making noise,
they're making noise. Something's going right.
Exactly.
And that $8,200 check to that first year race team.
It's still cashed.
Yeah, exactly. Dobmeyer up there, man. He's an animal. It's just amazing. All right, we talked about Port Royal a little bit. How about Fast Freddie picked up the win on the night before the 50? Freddie Raymer at Port Royal, career first Port win. We talked about, Freddie's kind of one of those guys that's kind of established himself on the scene.
Yeah.
But this year, you look at a couple of his wins. First World of Outlaw win, took an all-star win off from Kyle Larson. First Port win. We're seeing future rock star here is what we're seeing.
It's building.
It's building. It really is. So great stuff. And finally, Aussie. Yes, the IRA bumper-to-bumper sprints. Friday night winner, Kerry Madsen. Saturday night winner, Brooke Tatnell.
And I was so happy to see that because that is Jerry Reichert Memorial after Brooke's wife's father-in-law. Right. So, that was cool. Emotional.
Good stuff. Classic Ink Screen Printing and Embroidery Hot Topics. www.classicinkusa.com. We need to step away. Rico Abreu joins us next.
The American Sprint Car Series is back for its 27th year. Whether you're catching the Lucas Oil ASCS National Tour at tracks like Williams Grove, Skagit Speedway, Knoxville Raceway, Lucas Oil Speedway, or any of the 6 regional tours across the United States, you'll find the ASCS Nation racing at a track near you. Find us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram today. Then see the full schedule, track-by-track history, updates, and more at ASCSRacing.com.
The National Sprint Car Hall of Fame and Museum in Knoxville, Iowa is open year-round 7 days a week for race fans to celebrate sprint car racing. With over 30 original open-wheel race cars and sprint cars on display, the National Sprint Car Hall of Fame, movie theme, and the world's largest selection of sprint car merchandise. Visit our online store at sprintcarstuff.com to view all of our sprint car merchandise. Or when in Knoxville, stop by the only museum in the world solely dedicated to sprint car racing, the National Sprint Car Hall of Fame and Museum, located in the sprint car capital of the world, Knoxville.
Looking for custom racewear and embroidery? Do you want your race fans to represent your race team with trendy, original apparel? Contact Classic Ink USA, the new standard in custom screen printing and embroidery, located in Greater Pittsburgh. Classic Ink USA's professional staff utilizes state-of-the-art facilities to transform your ideas into an attractive wearable piece. From custom track swag racewear to trendy quick crew wear, Classic Ink handles it all. Find out how you can get started. Contact Classic Ink USA Screen Printing and Embroidery at the track and on your back.
This is Terry McCarl. One has an engineering degree, the other has a degree in the science of beer consumption. You figure out who is which. Wing Nation on MRN.com.
It is MRN's Wing Nation, presented by Hercules Tires, right on our strength. We're going to the Weld Racing Hotline. Joining us now, fresh off from that big Gold Cup win. Second time he's won the big one out there at Silver Dollar Speedway. Rico Abreu's on the line. Hello, Rico. Welcome back to Wing Nation.
Hey, Steve. Thanks for having me on.
Oh, congratulations. Tell us about Saturday night.
Thank you. No, it was good. Everything went really smooth. Man, them outlaw races are so damn hard to win, so it was really cool to get another one this year. And then that being my second Gold Cup, I'm just so happy for Drew and Shane and Greg and everyone that works on that 24 car and makes it go fast.
Rico, talk about the racetrack. It kind of suits your style. It's a short track. I know you grew up racing there, but slick, cushion, there was some ruts. I mean, talk about the race itself. You must have been pretty excited to see that caution at, lap 27 to get a little break.
Yeah, it was. It kept getting trickier and trickier to run. I don't know if it was just how they, get the track samples, the tape, that everything was so smooth all the way till about the second third of the racetrack, and it just got really ripply, and there was about 3 or 4 different cushions on the top, so you had to kind of choose your lanes wisely. But I felt like once I got going on that, I don't know, those first 27 laps and got to the lead, I was, my car was so good that it didn't even matter, where I really ran. I just made sure I exited straight off the corners.
3 or 4 cushions on the top. Holy cow! One is usually plenty for anybody, but that was something else. Rico, when we look at the last year or 14 months of your life, of course you had to sit out for a little bit and a lot of changes with the team. How do you feel about your program right now, where you're at this point? As you obviously winning the Gold Cup means you guys are pretty sporty along the way. Are you pretty content with where everything's at with yourself and with the team?
Yeah, I mean it's been going really well. It's such a young group. I got Drew Warner. He's 23 years old. He's never really, he's always been, on the road with his dad, or I know he worked at Roth for a few years, more just helping than anything. But now he's got this leadership role of a race team, and basically, him and I have worked so good together. I just feel like, that age difference, we're 3 years apart. We have a lot of similarities, and I feel like right away he came to our program and just everything fired off really well. And I think the biggest thing for us is how well, we both work together on and off the racetrack. Just with, he's been here for 3 months now, and we've literally been together every single day. So it's, and that becomes hard sometimes when you're around somebody, that's not your family or you're not your girlfriend, or, you're with them, you're glued to them. And, those 2 boys that are working on my sprint car, we've spent every day together, every day at the shop. And it just feels like it's been so much work. But when you have wins like Peevely and good success, that's what it is all about. And those guys that are working on my car is they're not doing it for the money. They're doing it because they absolutely love sprint car racing, and that's what the difference when Drew came, and where I seen that I could see myself racing with this group for the next 10 to 20 years, just sprint cars, because they they're doing it because they love it, and that's hard to find in our industry right now at such a young age. And I just think it's so cool what this sprint car, what my 24 team has going on right now.
It sure sounds like it. That is great stuff. Rico, talk about the level of talent in California. We talked about in the opening of the show, Steve and I think, what were the numbers? I mean,
8
you
of
had
10 both nights, yeah.
8 of 10 both nights were California kids. I know a lot of them you race outlaw karts with. How cool is it to see California so strong right now?
I think it's really good. Man, that's pretty impressive to have that much talent, and a lot of it's young talent. The Colfoyd kid's 16 years old. Shane Golobic had some good runs over the weekend. You see Tim Kading top 2 both nights. I mean, it just shows, these tracks really suit California racers, and it makes it difficult when the Outlaws come in, and there's local guys at the same speed as the World of Outlaw drivers. So I don't know. It was really cool to see that over the weekend, and I'm sure it'll move it into Placerville and Calistoga, where you have those local guys that run good every weekend, and they'll run good no matter who shows up.
Very exciting, that is for sure. Rico, before we let you go, you mentioned Placerville, of course, tomorrow night, Brad Sweet's big race. Can't wait to see how that one unfolds. And then Calistoga, the Wine Country Outlaw Classic this weekend. What's the plan after that? You following back east with the Outlaws? Or what is the game plan after you get done at Calistoga?
I'm headed to Eldora for the 4 Crown, and then Williams Grove for the National Open. So that's kind of my schedule for the next 3 weeks here. I'm looking forward to all those races. I hope the weather kind of turns around. It sounds like all the races in Pennsylvania are getting rained out right now, or the weather's just with the hurricane and everything. So the weather in California is beautiful today. So I haven't been home in 3 months, so I'm glad I'm home, and I get to sleep in my own bed, and it's a big difference when you get to go home and see your family when being on the road.
I bet that's the case, and I think that's something a lot of us don't think about, and that is absolutely amazing. Rico, congratulations. Appreciate the time as always. Best of luck, Placerville, Calistoga, and on
Thank
throughout.
you.
And I know we'll talk to you down the road. Thanks again, man.
Okay, guys. See ya.
There we go. Rico Abreu joining us. How about that for that young team?
Yeah, that's good stuff.
Man, that's great to hear. Young talent with a passion for sprint cars beyond the driver's seat. We talk about the drivers all the time, but somebody has got to crew and work on these cars.
And that's not an easy road.
And to have a 23-year-old that's elbows up with that passion, that is fantastic. Great stuff with Rico. Talking about young talent, Terry Gray. Well, okay, maybe not so young, but a lot of talent. Terry Gray, he joins us next.
Sage Fruit is a high-quality grower, packer, and shipper of Washington State apples, pears, and cherries. Sage Fruit believes in sprint car racing. Sage Fruit has been a proud sponsor of sprint cars for the last 15 years and a proud partner of Wing Nation for the last 3 years. We love sprint car racing, and we are there for our sprint car fans. Sage Fruit works hard to deliver an exceptional eating experience. We value our relationship with sprint car fans and appreciate your continued support of Sage Fruit. Ask for Sage Fruit at your local grocer.
Aggressive Hydraulics, where we engineer the cylinders that move your business. We specialize in designing and manufacturing purpose-built, application-specific hydraulic cylinders with superior precision and performance, making OEM products stronger, crafting cylinders that operate on a global basis in a wide variety of industries and applications. Get aggressive with your cylinder challenges. AggressiveHydraulics.com.
O'Reilly. Easily remove dirt, dust, and grime with Armor All canister wipes. Right now at O'Reilly Auto Parts, pick up 2 Armor All canister wipes for $8. Plus, you'll earn double O Rewards points during O Rewards Member Appreciation Month. O'Reilly Auto Parts. Better parts, better prices every day. Limits apply. See store for details.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Hi, I'm Kerry Madsen, and you're listening to Wing Nation.
The madman, Kerry Madsen. As we mentioned, he picked up a win Friday night up in Superior, Wisconsin, so he continues on rolling along the way. We need to jump back into it. The Weld Racing Hotline has been busy today. Joining us fresh off from a trip to Victory Lane down in Georgia with USCS, with Pete Walton's group, Terry Gray's on the line. Hello, Terry. Welcome back to Wing Nation.
How you doing, Steve? Good to talk to you.
Great to chat with you as well. Now, Terry picked up the win on Saturday night. Including that and beyond that, how are things going for your team? Everything rolling along all right for you?
Everything's been pretty good this season. We've got 5 wins together, which is not as many as we'd like to have, but we probably got 10 or 15 second places between us two. So yeah, it's been a good year.
Terry, talk about the USCS. You followed the tour for a very long time. How has it changed and evolved? I mean, I know you and Morgan have some seasons. Last few seasons have been great for you. Just talk about how the competition's changed.
Well, we got this one young kid from over in Arkansas that's come out and run all the races with us, and obviously he's doing a good job. He won the championship last year, and it seems like someone, comes along every 2 or 3 years to come out and get their feet wet at running a touring series like that. And our deal just keeps, the USCS just keeps getting bigger. We had 62 races scheduled this year, and tracks down in the south waiting in line to get one. So everything's going pretty good right now. Just sitting here this week looking at the weather. We're supposed to come over and racing y'all's area, and it's sure not looking good.
No. It sounds like Florence might have a little to say with that, and we'll keep following along as Pete will make a decision along the way as we go there. Terry, you mentioned it, and I talked to, I think it might have been a PRI or somewhere. I talked to Pete Walton, who runs the USCS. 62 races. How does that fit in with your deal? Is that the outer edge of where you want to be or need to be? Is it maybe too many for you guys to do, or how does that fit in with your program?
It's probably about the outer edge for me. When I was only running one car, I ran 70 or 80 races a year, so I'm used to racing every weekend and racing that much. It's just keeping up with the engine program to keep two cars running for a 60 race schedule is just about all I can do.
I can imagine.
And I go out and run when he's not running. Of course, I have to go out and race somewhere else on the weekends that we're off. So I bring it upon myself, but that's what I've always done. So that's just what I do.
Yeah.
I know, I've seen that.
Terry, this past win was your 91st win with, I believe, with the USCS. Or maybe career that was. Does it ever get old? Or how nice is it just to get back in victory lane? I know it wasn't your first of the year, but still, just talk about winning. I mean, it's what we do it for, right?
Oh, absolutely. It felt good. It just that part never gets old. I'll probably have somewhere over 300 wins with all the ASCS and NCRA and all the just open competition shows I've ran over the years. I've been doing this a long time, and it's still, and I turned 60 years old a few weeks back, and that getting out of your car and walking around there to the other side waiting on to get the trophy and the flag, there's nothing like it.
Terry, this sport, I kind of joked around at the beginning. There's another guy, Sammy, and he uses the hashtag still winning, okay? Obviously, Sammy's still doing pretty well, and he's got a couple years on everybody there. And but what is the reason this sport, a 60-year-old guy like you or someone like Sammy or someone even in the younger, but a Lance Deweese, why is it so possible in our sport for veterans to just do what you guys do?
Well, I mean, we're driven to do that one thing. I know Sammy, of course, he's my brother-in-law, and I've known him my whole entire life. And, he's driven to do this, and it's what I do. I get up every morning of every day, go out in the shop, work on these cars and getting ready to go to the next place. And, even at our age, a lot of nights like this past Saturday when I won down there, I'm pretty sure I won that race purely on experience. I sat and I waited till the track to come in to the way I had my car, and it did, and I was able to win the race. And I think that's what allows the older guys like myself or Sammy or Lance you spoke of to win a lot of these races is just purely by experience of knowing what's coming with the racetrack and knowing how to get your car right. And that's the rewards of doing this for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Terry, have there ever been times in your career that you've wanted to step away, or you've come back, and is it because of winning? I mean, it's along the same lines of what Steve's asking, but have there been times where you've wanted to walk away?
Yeah. I mean, especially since I've had Morgan driving my other car, I enjoy now as much watching my other car win a race as I do winning the race myself. And if we could get the sponsor money to run her car only, I would probably walk away now, or at least at the end of the season. But I feel like I've accomplished, pretty much everything I'm going to accomplish in my driving career. But having her and having another car to watch and work on has given me something else to look forward to, and I really enjoy doing that. So walking away won't be that tough as long as I've got that to do.
Amazing. Absolutely amazing. Amazing what you do behind the wheel, and amazing what you do and what you and Morgan pull off, touring the country and doing what you do. Terry, always a pleasure. I hope we get a chance to see you in person this week. I'm not all that optimistic, but either way, continued success, and thanks for the time here today.
Thanks, Steve, and thank you, Erin.
There we go. Terry Gray. What a great story that is.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just amazing how good he is and that experience.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you look at a guy, I have brain fade, Danny Smith. How can you not forget Danny Smith? He's
right
out there wearing
category.
them. Yeah, I mean, he's in that category, and they just are that experience, and I think Terry pointed to it. Some nights you know that at the start of that race, that track may not be what you're thinking, but you know, I have this in my car, and if this track does this.
And this guy's not going to be thinking that. He's younger, and he's just wheeling it. Yeah, no, Terry's an awesome guy and has always been super helpful in my career and has done wonderful things for the USCS, too.
Wonderful things across the board. Just a fantastic guy. Appreciate Terry taking some time and joining us here today on the show. We need to step away. More Wing Nation coming up in just a moment.
For over 50 years, drivers in sprint car, midget, micro, modified, and even dirt late model have taken the checkered flag on Weld racing wheels. Legendary drivers like Joe Saldana, Carl, Mark, and Steve Kinzer, Doug Wolfgang, and countless other racers have trusted Weld racing wheels for their superior strength and lightweight construction to finish ahead of the competition. With 50 years of race-winning engineering and technology, American-made Weld racing wheels are designed and built to withstand virtually any abuse you throw at them. Weld Racing, proven speed.
Whatever you drive, wherever you go, Hercules Tires will get you there. Whether you're running on dirt or running a job, our dependable, high-quality tires are the perfect fit for your needs. For unmatched value, selection, and warranty with industry-leading road hazard protection, there's only one choice: Hercules Tires. To learn more, visit HerculesTire.com or call 800-677-9535. Hercules Tires, ride on our strength.
O'Reilly.
When it comes to safety, nothing is more important than your vehicle's brakes. If it's hard to stop or you hear squealing or grinding noises during braking, stop by O'Reilly Auto Parts. You'll find the brake parts you need from trusted brands like Brake Best and Brake Best Select at everyday low prices. Play it safe with brakes from O'Reilly Auto Parts. Better parts, better prices every day.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Find Wing Nation on iTunes, Google Play, YouTube, and in the MRN.com Media Center.
Welcome back. MRN's Wing Nation, presented by Hercules Tires. Ride on our strength. National Sprint Car Hall of Fame and Museum. Birthday calendar. Sammy Sessions Monday. Today, hooray for Hollywood. Johnny Herrera. So if you see Johnny Herrera, tell him all of us on Wing Nation wish him a happy birthday.
Yes.
23rd birthday, I think it is for Johnny. 23rd, something
Celebrating
like that.
it like it's his 23rd.
Celebrating like he's 23rd. There's another one in that category.
Yes.
Better with age, for sure. Tony Bettenhausen, Jimmy Murphy. Later in the week would have been Hoyt Hodnetz. That's Greg's dad, no longer with us. Yeah. Ron Schumann, Jason Leffler's birthday Sunday. Thursday, a member of the Hall of Fame, the class of 2016, and just one of our favorite people, Frankie Kerr. All-Star Sprints, 4 championships, 53 wins. 4 Ohio Speed Week championships, 3 Eldora Speedway championships. Kevin Eckert, the historian, estimates he has about 120 wins. And crew chief in the Monster Energy NASCAR Cup Series now.
And every time you see him, he wants to talk
sprint car racing. That's right. One of my buds in the garage wants to talk sprint car racing. So Thursday, happy birthday to Frankie Kerr, one of the best, no doubt about it. Hey, tomorrow night, midweek racing. Yes. I may stay up for this one because it's Placerville.
I might try.
Yes, it's the 49ers Gold Rush Classic presented by Rebus Napa. 20,000 to win. It's a Brad Sweet production. They're having that big party tonight.
Yep.
Okay, they're having a big party, the Celebrate Knoxville party tonight. And then tomorrow night, Dirt Vision going to have everything as well. I want to give a tip of the cat. Our video guy up in Pennsylvania, tip of the cap that is, our video guy in Pennsylvania, Ian Falcone. If you need video work up there in Pennsylvania, websites, anything else, give Ian a shout. Upcoming, we have our upcoming calendar presented by Aggressive Hydraulics. Thursday on Wing Nation Weekend, Sam Haferteep Jr. going to join us on the program presented by Hefner Racing Products. And on Saturday, Wayne Johnson.
Oh, boy.
Oh, boy, yes. Wayne Johnson joins us on Saturday. So how about that? All good stuff. Good stuff along the way. So there you go. There you have it.
Yeah.
Good fun, middle and midweek racing.
Yeah, just get Florence out of here.
I know. I'm so pumped up because the USCS is coming to town this weekend, and I'm just devastated because I've only got to see them guys and gals race once this year. Usually I get to see them 5 or 6 times, and this year's just clobbered me with weather.
No, it's not looking good.
No, I got rained out in the spring, and then in July, that's when I went to when they were through here. I went to Ocean Speedway. I went up to Watsonville in July, so I missed them. I'm like, oh, good, I'll catch them in September. And that didn't work. No, we can't say
You
that
never
didn't
know.
work.
You never
Stay
know.
tuned. Maybe Florence will take a right-hand turn and bother somebody else. So we'll see what happens. But great stuff along the way. Of course, you can check out all of our stuff at www.wingednation.com. That's wingednation.com. You can find all of our shows, all of our vlogs, all of our blogs, and then our program, of course, Saturday morning on MAV TV. Thanks to Terry Gray and Rico Abreu for joining us here today on the program. More important than all of that, though, thank you for being here as well.
Wing Nation has been brought to you by Hercules Tires and by Grunt Style. Wing Nation can be found on demand at mrn.com, iTunes, Google Play, YouTube, and SoundCloud. Wing Nation is a production of the Motor Racing Network. All rights reserved.